I attended the Goa Virtual Summit in February 2023, and in one of the speaker presentations, I asked a question. I said that I get a lot of problem when I have to communicate with clients at 10 different places. Somebody likes to communicate on Messenger, somebody likes to do it on email, and somebody likes to do it on WhatsApp. And then tasks tend to slip by. What do I do? And the answer somewhere was that there's nothing you can do about it. That's how it is. And honestly, that's the answer. Clients have their own way of communicating and you can't do anything about it. But what you can do is systemize your own way of delivering those tasks and documenting those tasks. And that's what we are going to be discussing today. Hi, welcome back to the channel. My name is Manmeet and let's get started. Today we will be discussing three things. What is Asana? Why to use Asana? And how to use Asana. Let's get started with the first one. What is Asana? Asana is a task management tool. That means if you are working with a team or even if you're working by yourself, you can assign tasks to yourself or your team with date, time, and other information and documents inside that tasks so that it reminds you that this task is coming up and this is a deadline you've set for yourself. So in short, Asana is a task management tool to make sure you have all tasks documented in one place. Second one, why to use Asana? So the easiest possible reason I see why to use Asana is for better communication and better delivery of tasks to your clients. A lot of times when I'm in meetings and I'm talking to clients, they give me few pointers, small details that have to be changed or certain things that have to be taken care of, and I write them on small pieces of paper next to me while I'm in that meeting. And those pieces go into my to-do list. I used to write handwritten to-do list. Those goes in my to-do list. And if I'm not able to cover all the tasks in one particular day, they would go to second day. And somehow by this handwritten system, I was slipping tasks by. And they were not major tasks, very tiny ones because they tend to be slipped by because there is no one process where you're documenting it. Also, a lot of times when you're reporting to the client, you don't understand when you have done what. You go back to your handwritten to-do list if you are making those to-do lists and you see what date you worked on which particular thing. Asana makes it easy for you to see which client, what task you have performed when, and what is the current status of that particular client, and you can answer them whenever required, even in your sleep. You have everything documented. Now, the third and the most important question, how to use Asana. Let's get into my screen. I will not be able to show you how to set up your account is because sometimes YouTube would take your video down for showing the email ID access and all sorts of things. So I wouldn't be able to do that. All you have to do is go to the sign up, log in through Google, use your social login and log in into Asana. Now, if you see on my screen, this is the dashboard of Asana and there are three most important things in Asana. And by the way, we are using a free version and I'm still using a free version here. There are three things. There is projects, that means what is the particular project you are working on. Then there are teams, and the third one and the most important is the tasks. What I have done is I have made every client of mine into a project. And then I have also made teams so that one project could be assigned to one team. Let's say I do not really want the graphic team to know what the website team is doing or the website team to know what the video editing team is doing. So I create teams called as marketing projects where I have certain number of teammates. Then I have website projects where I have certain number of teammates. And then email and blogs where I have certain number of teammates. And that's how I can restrict people to watching each other's work if I want to, even in the free version. And then each of my client becomes a project where we can track that where the client is. For example, if I can open one of the clients, let's say I open this particular client. We can understand what we have completed for them, what is to do, when it is to do, and if there is any task in progress. That is also what we can see. Now you might say that I don't really have such a big team right now. What do I do? So I'll tell you, I've also created a project here which is called as Manmeet Goals. This is for my own personal stuff. So what I do is I tag here what I'm supposed to do, when am I supposed to do, what date I have to complete it to, and all the tasks that are to be done. So what you can do is you can just create a project for yourself if you want to, if you don't have a very big team, or all your clients can become your projects, and that would become easy for you. For example, if I am to add a task, I will add a task here, and let's say write emails. That's my task. And I will open this card, and let's enlarge the card. And in this card, you're able to see that I can assign it to someone. The first thing that you have to do is create a project. And if you don't have a lot of clients, or if you're working solo, you can create either one project, which could be your name, or you could create all your clients as one individual project. You do not have to work with teams then. It's just project and tasks if you're working alone. And if you have a team, then you can start using the teams in Asana as well. Now here I have to assign it to someone, but I want to assign it to myself and not anybody else. Then due date. Let's say the due date is the 7th of August. And I can also put a time when I would do this. So let's say I would do it at 2 o'clock on Monday, and it is assigned to me. This project is a part of Manmeet Goals. I can also add it to some other project. Let's say I'm writing this for a client whose name is Katrina Girija. So I'll add her as well, that I have to write emails, which is a part of this client's project. Now I can give the description here if I want to remember something. If the client gave me a message on WhatsApp, I can copy and paste here. If the client gave me any links, any messages, any information that I should remember, I can copy it all and paste it here while I'm still in the meeting and click on comment. So let's say I can say, please remember, and then I can put a link if the client shared, and I can click on comment. Now if I close this, you will see a new task has been created, and there is a blue line because there is one more project linked to this. And this says write emails on Monday. Now, if we go to my tasks, just hold for a moment, you would see a lot of tasks because I've been using Asana for the last 6 months. If you go to my tasks, you will be able to see that I have to do this particular project on Monday here. It says write emails, and all the other projects in advance you can add here. You see that in advance, a lot of stuff is not added, but majorly all the things are added in my Asana, at least for the month of August, because I've done my monthly planning. Now also remember that in Asana, you do not really have to start with everything. You just have to begin with a project, and then you have to add tasks to yourself. And when you add tasks to yourself, Asana will remind you that this particular task is coming up. You will receive one email every morning from Asana that these are the tasks that are due for today. And also, if you download the Asana app on your phone, you would get the notification on your phone as well. That is how I never miss meetings. I never have to go to my email and search for the Zoom link through the invite that came to me. As soon as I get a meeting link, I create a task, I pick up the link, and I add it into my Asana task. And that's how I'm never late in meetings, I never skip a task, and I always have meeting links ready with me whenever there is time for the meeting. Asana would help you organize everything in one place, help you document everything. You can go back in a client's project and see that how long you've been working on a particular thing. If a task is delayed, what is the reason it is delayed? And you can also understand that how much work can you do in a day. A lot of times we put a lot of tasks in one particular day and we don't understand why we are not able to complete it. When you put that time block in Asana, you will be able to understand that, okay, 10 to 11 I'm doing this, 11 to 12 I'm doing this, and you will get a clear picture of how much you can cover in a day. Create an account and start using Asana, and let me know your thoughts and feedbacks in the comment section below. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and make sure to share it with people who could benefit from this video, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.